Assalamu alaikum, Bokai. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama, and it's the Gambia Football Show. And as usual, my co-host Coach is with me, and today we have our president back, our future president. Let me say it like that. Our future president back on the show. Yeah, it's been a while since we had Seni because of his university engagement, and he was busy with his studies. In other words, but it's good to see him back in the show, Coach. Nuyu naa la amati na suñu waaji ñëwati na.
Cham fay naa la jaajëfal di nuyu suñu audience yi di nuyu suma waa ji Mr President welcome back namoon nañ la bii moom nag bu fi di géej nag bu fi di géej borom bi ko pare Cham ba nga xel dara du ko am tuuti si ñëw rek mu doon fulasi
waaw ma ne
waaye anyway namoon nañ ko trop namoon nañ fan si namoon nañ nga xam la jaajëfal beneen welcome back once again di jaajëfal everyone daal
but I will back him a little bit. Yeah, it could have happened earlier than this week. So when Marco and you had the week beanie, when you back because last week I think we were a little bit stuck. Buba was here for because of the and Space was here for the what is it called for the player of the month and stuff like that. And the previous week I think that we had the women football going on with Rouse coming and all that. So I say maybe this will be the perfect week to welcome him back. So it's not about Pico. I will back you on that. So Seni, welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba, the Gambia Football Show. Your home.
Yes, Chama. Happy to be back again. My new coach he's trying to mock me around, but it's fine. So I'm happy to be back again, and hopefully I will share the details about our football and more as well. So it's a pleasure to be back.
It's great to have you back. This week, boys, we have a lot to unfold as well because this week, like I said last Sunday, the next time we record, we will find out who is in the squad, the final squad for. Of course, I think there was no provisional squad actually when we recorded. The provisional squad came in, and then the final squad came in on last Thursday, by Coach Jonathan McKinstry, and the under-17 as well. They are on their preparations for the upcoming under-17 African Cup of Nations. The GFF League is taking up, is getting more interesting with Hart FC this week beating Real de Banjul at the midway stage of the season. There is also some foreign-based players doing really well, continue to do well. Yeah, there is a lot to discuss today, Che. But if you start, I think. I should have started with this actually, and I will put
there's no right way. At PAOK, it's very.
Let's listen to this.
They're very active in the transfer market. They've got a lot of players, and look, every coach has his own approach, and there's no right way or wrong way. Someone said it to me last week, as we're all trying to add up to 10, and maybe I do 5 plus 5, and you do 8 plus 2. We all get to the final thing of 10. And so there's no right way.
So yeah, 2 weeks in a row, Che against Simal. Say the Che against Simal. Maneko two press conferences on Monday, and on Thursday there was on Monday was a iftar session with the Sports Journalists Association, and then on Thursday was the provisional the squad announcement by Coach Jonathan McKinstry press conference, and then he used this code twice in the week. Maneko Sumawaji has an impact on the coach because Jonathan McKinstry have come meet on at Bakau. That's it. With his club, Unique Global FC, and then Che left a mark on him. And then the coach has used this code a couple of times. Munekonaka. Someone told me and that someone is Che. Coach Che, tell us about your encounter with Coach Jonathan McKinstry.
Ciao. Oh, danga baax rek danga baax rek di wax. Anyway, it was nice seeing him, having a chit chat with him. He's someone who listened a lot. Civil water na one, mu ñëw laaj ma. Man system ngeen a play mu wax ko. Mu laaj ma certain question ma answer ko. As mu ne moom he has a different approach. Understand nga? So moom su dee mu nii la ko this approach la moo use. Mu ne ko that's the beauty of football. We're all looking for 10. Understand nga? You might go for 5 plus 5. I might go for 6 plus 4. Another one can go with 7 plus 3. Even 8 plus 2 and 9 plus 1, they all give you 10. After we are all looking for the same 10. So there's nothing like a wrong approach. You understand? Every approach is right. Come on. That's true. So this is what sila ko abesi dua. Comme ni ko waxee rek. Xam nga. Waaye xam nga rek caamu football moom I think football bi na laaka bu ñoo laaka China di ko laaka Japan di ko laaka Brunei la ak yeneen dëkk yëpp benn laaka la. So loolu la rek dañ na ko di waxtaan on the same level. But no bokal li nekk. Yeah. But it was nice. It was nice. Well, he's a good listener. That's what you know. Like, yeah, he's also learning. Because what we jail na ko marke na ko te am na lu mean si mo tam mu nekk di ko repeat fu nekk. Te am sure ne loolu what would daf ko téye for the rest of his life. Te fu mu dem dafa am lu si yaram.
Dafa resonate definitely moo tax ma ne bu dañ ko war a copyright Aseni dañu war a copyright that code.
Of course, we have to.
Yeah, that's wonderful. But
why say
Yes.
Chawan for bala di wax. Nga that code. Simula ko
no.
2016. La ko simula ko in 2016.
No, I can't. But anyway,
2015 la woon. Bu ma nekk si waxtaan ñu waxtaan mu wax ma ko. Damn. So waxtaan si la ko téye suma xel ba léegi. Loolu dafa bala di wax rek.
No, but it's good the way you use it. Anyways, at the end of the day. But anyways, that was just to break the ice for today. That's not the topic to discuss today. I think the main topic is the squad. Coach named a 24-man squad. For the upcoming World Cup qualifiers, we have 2 games to play against Kenya and against Ivory Coast. I would say they are important. Like people will not see that importance because maybe people don't they does not really care too much about that because it's about qualifying or not qualifying when you play a World Cup qualifiers. But of course, in the context of qualifying, the game is not that much significance because like if you look at it in a realistic point of view, the chances of qualifying are very, very slim. So of course you will not say die until it's over, but if you are being realistic, you will say that we have very slim chances of qualifying for the upcoming World Cup. But at the same time, we are playing. Coach Jonny didn't mention that we are playing against 2 countries that are ahead of us in the FIFA ranking, which means they are ahead of us in CAF ranking as well. So if we win them, it boosts our rank. Coach said that. So in that context, and we are at a very critical stage when it comes to critical position when it comes to our FIFA ranking. So to improve that and also give ourselves a chance of the subsequent qualifiers, I think the game is important in that context. Just to put that out there. But Coach Jonny did a couple of sessions. He has been very active in the Gambia, I have to say that. But he did a couple of sessions, this iftar, which was very interesting. And then secondly, he did the press conference. After that, he even went to the radio with Peter Gomez. So he has been very, very active in the Gambia right now, which is something we really, really, we really like to see here. But focusing on the squad, 24-man he went with. One has already, initially he had the 33-man provisional squad. Then he trimmed that down to 24-man squad. And that 24-man squad, one of the players got injured, and then he was replaced. That is Ablai Jallo Jamano. And then we have another one coming in. So it means we have 4 new faces in the squad. Let me just show you the squad list. Is here. We have four new faces. That is Musa Dibaga, um, uh, Sekou Touré, Alassana Yirajang, and and Jibril Silla. These are the four new faces. Of course, there are some returnees who have not been in the squad for a while. Somebody like Sirif Sian and Omar Gay, they have not been in the squad for the for the past few international breaks. But apart from those six players, I would say the rest are quite regulars in the squad. So yeah, I will start with Jay. I will start with Jay on this one. Um, Looking at the squad list, what was your general take of the squad that Coach Jonathan McKinstry named? Before we get into the details of maybe this pick and that those pick, but generally, what did you make of it?
Wow, Chama, basically, I was happy because on Sunday, what on Nigel mainly, but when at least three or five new players, when you want the guy, understand, and you we
Mhm,
just this opportunity to pull your squad debut, understand.
mhm.
We or mention as a community baga, understand, when you indigo, and what the in number. So, one more definitely, I'm happy. This qualifiers, understand that it might not be important when it comes to context of qualification, but maintaining improving our rankings, understand that, plus improving our team in general, xam nga, giving chances to other players. Could be tamit dina jël lii mu nekk a preparation for next AFCON qualifiers ami, xam nga, know his team better, xam nga, with less pressure. Unlike time AFCON we qualify, it was all about winning. Bii moom it's all about xam nga players yëpp war nañ am less pressure, moo am less pressure, mu gën a gis gars yi am gars yi gën a def lim bugga. So yeah, I think the squad is good. Xam nga the only surprise mooy Ibrahima Koli mooy man li moo surprise ba léegi il looks good squad bi. So yeah, loolu laa mën a wax for the time.
Yeah, Ibrahim Akoli. Yeah, we get to that. I think he answered that. I got the answer why Ibrahim Akoli is not there. Maybe I should just say, I think Ibrahim Akoli excused himself again. From the national team. That was the case last time. Johnny did not explicitly say it, but I received the message from our friend Buba Jalo Falabore, that he received the text because he asked that question when Johnny was actually on West Coast Radio, but he could not answer it on air. But then he got the answer, maybe like which is not recorded, that Ibrahim Okoli is not coming because he excused himself for international selection. So that is the reason for Ibrahim Okoli's absence. The one I don't particularly know is James Gomez. We can start with the senior players. So it's the senior players that were in the provisional squad and that did not make the final cut. If you look at it, you will say James Gomez in defense was one of them. Ibrahim Okoli in the midfield was another one. Um, um, did I miss it? Ibu Ture, left back, was another one. These were the three senior players, regulars in the squad, who did not make the final cut. In the case of Ibrahim Akoli, he excused himself. In the case of Ibu Ture, he excused himself because of apparently the League One. They don't stop during the international break, and his club are vying for promotion into the championship. So that's why he is not selected. And then in the case of James, I did not receive any answer on that one. But yesterday, Orange were playing, and James was not in the squad at all, which indicates he is not available. Maybe injury is the reason why we are not seeing James coming. So I will go to Seni. Seni, what is your general take on the squad that Johnny named?
Well, I think this is good squad. Okay, we getting into the World Cup qualifiers, knowing fully well that it's going to be a difficult task for us. But again, I believe this is an opportunity for us to prepare for the 2027 AFCON qualifiers as well. You
Mhm.
know, we're going into a game against Kenya and La Cote d'Ivoire. These are two important games as well. Come not go earlier, soon we happen to win these two games or we happen to collect key points, they're not boosting FIFA ranking. Now, but generally, I can say, this is a good squad. And Tamit, I believe these two games, or this World Cup, qualifiers, Munanko use ahead of the 2027 AFCON, So For me, I believe this is an opportunity for those coming up. I mean, new one. Yes, we have to be part of this team. Going forward, because I mean, we have those players who are experienced, and we know, some of them look the guys national team Bollywood. So this is an opportunity to also look at transition as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. For me personally, like the first thing I always look at is like I mentioned, it's about the senior players, who are the usual suspect, who are usually there and they are not there. And that I think I already explained the three players who are missing from the professional squad. And then the second thing is the balance of the squad. I look at the balance of the squad. If you look at the squad, three goalkeepers. That is the standard. Usually you have three goalkeepers when you are going into an international. Like you usually want to have three keepers, and then in defense you usually want to have at least 8 defenders, two to cover each position. And then if you look at this defense, left back we only have one going, and in center back we have three going, and the three we have is Omar Koli, Momodu Layon Jai, and Serif Sinyan. And I'm not happy with the playing time that these three players have over the course of last 3 months. So and then we only went with three there, and then right back we have a couple. Maybe Dudu that the guy can cover both left back and right back. Yeah, he can do that. And then you look at the midfield. We know Jonny plays with two midfielders, but we have 6 midfielders. I'm not even counting Ablai Jallo as a midfielder. Of course, he is now unavailable because Ira Jang replaces him. But you have 6 midfielders for 2 spots to play. Even if you are replacing, you might only need to replace two midfielders. You're not going to bring in all 6 midfielders. It depends. But generally, you might only need 4 midfielders to use, central midfielders, as I'm saying. But you have 6, and then in defense, you are very, very light. And then you go up top, we have good attacking numbers. We know we have our strength is in our attack. The players we have, like week in, week out, the attackers are the ones that are delivering, that are making the headlines. So I'm quite happy with having that number of attackers he has. But if you look at midfield and defense, I think there's a disparity in terms of the balance of the squad. The team is not so balanced. I would have loved to see another extra central defender. I would have loved to see an extra fullback, left fullback. And again, the reason for this is because we lack quality. We lack quality. We lack numbers there. That's why we are going with this. I asked that question about the defense. Does that worry him going into this international break? He said it did not, because then he explained that in the iftar. But if you look at the defense he went with, I can tell you for a fact that the 3 central defenders we have here, since the start of December 2nd was the last time Serif Sinyan played a competitive game. December 2nd was the last time Momodu Layon Jai played a competitive game, even though Lion has played some friendly games in between. And the reason for Lion and Sirif Sinyan not playing competitive games is because the league in Norway ended in December. But of course, Sirif Sinyan made a move to a new club, Cluj, in Romania. Made a couple like he's on the bench every single time since he moved there in January. So he has not played a single minute since the season ended last year in Denmark, in Norway, in December 2nd. That is Serif Sinyan. And then you look at the player like Omar Kori, he's in and out of the team. He's the one who has the most minutes, actually, most competitive minutes. And he has 150 minutes over the course of 3 months, which is not enough. So look at the central defenders. They don't have the numbers, and that should be a worry for the coach. If he say it does not worry him, I don't think he's telling truth to the people, because that's a major worry. And at fullback, I know Ibu Toure would have been there if he was available, but now you have an Omar Gueye. Yes, he is competing in Serie D, and he has served the coach very well since he came. But my biggest problem is the balance between midfield and defense. Like the numbers in defense is quite worrying in my opinion. Yeah, man lolu moy suma take. Do you want to add anything to that before I go to the new addition? We talk about the new players added to the squad.
Hamba Ali discussion ngo last time, last week, if it defense.
Yeah.
No for the problem. When you want players from the Chan team, Hamba. So well, it's a problem. It's a major problem because you build teams in defense. Understand? If you want to win games, That's simple arithmetic. So, but maybe he has a plan. Let's say like the outcome of the game the whole. Then you do right now. I think from our side, is worrying anyway.
Yeah, and I have a question for you. I have a question for you because you know
Mm.
Sekou Touré very well, right?
Yeah,
Sekou Touré
yeah.
is go to Manjai Fofu Laneka, Kololi, around Fofu no.
No, imagine,
So
no.
Manjai, yeah, okay. Um, he mentioned in his press conference that even Sekou Touré can drop into the defense and play. I follow the players, but I have never get any indication that Sekou Touré will play central defense. I have got that for Ibu Touré, for Ibu Adams. I've seen him play central defense for Cardiff. But for Sekou Touré, I don't have that indication. And the coach did mention that Sekou Touré is an option for the defense. So what is your take on that? Because you know the player, the people more play Marimo. So what can you tell me?
Chama, I think he's right. So,
Mhm,
goalkeeper allow himself to play since now.
mhm, mhm,
Moy, he works hard. He's a team player.
mhm,
He's fit. He can play at anywhere. Almost Monaco said it. Why
mhm,
at this level?
mhm,
Why level to be level to be understand what's awareness, concentration, understand strikers movements.
mhm,
Bro, we are playing against every coach. We are playing against top players. So anyway, when I coach on the plan, they said no more. You said no more. No.
You said Lumodef. Definitely. Seni,
Mm.
there are three new faces, or four, let's say four, because Hirajang has been added in place of Ablai Jallo due to injury. Four new faces to the team. The goalkeeper Musa Dibaga, Jibril Silla, Sekou Touré, and Alassana Hirajang. From your take, from your opinion, what do you think of these four additions to the squad?
Well, I think it's great because Little indicating the coach he believes in young players. You understand, and I
Mhm,
remember Musa Dibaga having an interview with the team here.
mhm,
So I mean come earlier, this is an opportunity to build the team ahead of the AFCON qualifiers. So
mhm,
having these young players in within the ranks, they not help boost their hope as well, and Tamit, they not give the coach an opportunity to know that yes, these are the players I want to work with going forward. So I believe these games, come earlier on, we can use these games to prepare, for what lies ahead. So and for Jibril Silla, really, he deserves to be there. His numbers are good, and I believe that therefore indicating you need to give opportunities to players who are having minutes and who are doing well as well.
mhm. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Sekou Touré, I'll go back to him. I, I asked you the question about not play on defense, but his addition to the squad, it has been something that you have mentioned for a while now. Finally, to see him in the squad, what do you make of that?
It's long overdue, Chama. Come to go. Why is he? Because like he's playing every game. Honestly,
Mhm,
it almost start winning from the bench, but he's playing. Probably for the last 2 months, he has been playing
mhm,
because I'm not if I want injured. Said
mhm,
Babuyaga. But yeah, I think he will add depth in midfield. Understand that? No,
Mhm.
mhm,
he's not in the team because he is
mhm.
versatile. As I said,
Yeah.
as I told earlier, I'm sorry. He's a versatile player. He's a utility player. So yeah, they're not add depth to the team. Understand that? Any position starting from midfield down, will not go play. So it was his
Mhm.
fit. You understand? He works hard. Yeah, definitely. It's good to see him.
Yeah. How about the other ones? Musa Divaga. Finally, he's in as well.
Well, I think it's long overdue. But Dybala, given what he's doing in Scotland right now, understand that. Has anybody haven't got but ñun mi nga xam ne interview nañ ko te bu ma ko interview sax ngeen fi ko interview mbo bi laa soloon yéen boobu nga soloon tamit ñu koy interview
Really?
am nga yaa li ma def so no go inside it. But I think it will boost our goalkeeping options. Like they want to beef up the squad. They got to beef up especially goalkeeping area. We don't expect him to go and play, but at least him being there, they're not dimbale Gambia, they're not move to respect. Because guy make this new mule because he's a giant. He's very good when it comes to saving penalties. So we have all these attributes in him. So it's good. It's a win-win for the Gambia.
Yeah.
If you select a bit, last one happened. Then go again. It seems now. Chawalu for the more happened right now. Why? Since good Jonathan, you see three, what was in the new water, you know, at the we smoke code. So you worry that you want a place, you want to hip. Jonathan the fake deal. Hana want more than Jonny. Understand? I'm not influence. I'm like how to call it? Yeah. I don't know the eye gas. No go they were here for not the term. Anyway, but pulling on you no Jonathan Mutaro James Simon, or national team. Definitely. We are just discussing football in general. So I have no influence over Jonathan. Man I can. I'm just learning. I'm just a young coach learning my trade. Yeah. So the photo berek. Tome mo indi aiga. So the photo berek. I'm more players last week. Sunday, Monday, munyo si training ground. Then Thursday, all in. So yeah. I think is good. Bringing Tamik Iran, I think also it's also good for us and for our young players. Understand? We've never seen anyway. Like he brings in young players. And Chama, in fact, football right now, Halela go play. Sports started there. Full Halela, Munuko. Understand? So going forward, I think. So look at all these countries around the world, all these teams right now. Look at Chelsea, for example. Yesterday, day before yesterday, they signed two 17-year-old players. Understand? Two are signing players, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old players. They get it. Very rare. Not this team who signed player is above 25 right now. Very rare. Understand? So football more to football. Longevity is very important. Energy being also the football demand right now. The energy that football demands right now. Especially using situation Gambia. I'm not going to of fee, but I'm of my way. So, it's good.
Yeah, Young is another interesting one, definitely, because I think when we started collaborating with Space, he was the first player or the second player to win the GFF League Player of the Month, right? When he scored the hat trick against Walidan. I think that month he scored 5 goals and then won it. And then eventually he left. Buba said something very interesting. He said, it seems anybody who win the Player of the Month here will go makes it abroad. Hopefully the one who won it last month, what's his name again? Musa Sise, he will follow suit soon. Lamin Silla left. I think before we collaborated with Space, Adam Oboja won it. So there are many players who won it. Begere, exactly. Abdullah Sise. So now we have a couple who are in the national team at least. More than 2 maybe before that, which is also wonderful to see that at least we are not missing the players who are doing well in the league. At least shows that the awards is fair. Like Space sometimes he's worried about who gets the award and stuff like that. I tell him, no, just go with your process. Whatever you believe this is the process, then you go with it. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's wonderful to see Rajan coming into the squad. He was in the very close, and he's having a wonderful season, to be honest. He's the leading goal scorer for his club, Port Brezover, right now. He has already scored seven goals in the league. He has 3 assists, so he has 10 goal involvement so far this season in the Slovakian league, which is very good. Chairman on Musa Dibaga, he's doing exceptional stuff in Scotland. His club, they entered into administration earlier in the season. They deducted the club 15 points. They lost their coach, their head coach, and then he was one of those players who stayed. And then still, he's still one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best, because his club conceded the least goals in the league. He has already kept 12 clean sheets, and a team that is deducted 15 points, we will expect them to be languishing in the bottom, fighting for relegation. They are out of the relegation. They are now vying to be in the top four, and they might even gain promotion if they can reach that top four spot, which is really, really amazing. If that 15 points was not taken from them, they would have been talking about maybe they are 2 or 3 points behind the team at the top of the table. So yeah, he's been exceptional despite the changes around him happening. He's been very consistent. Sometimes when these problems happen, issues happen at the club, it affects the players as well, but it has not affected him. And this is his first year as a professional footballer. Coach said that because he was playing in the lower leagues in Scotland, and then they spotted him there, brought him to Inverness, and he's been really, really good. He's at a very good age too as well, 24 years of age. He, learn football the right way as well. So all those things can play a part, can be positive for him. So let's see what he brings into the national. I'm disappointed in the fact that he replaced Lamin Seydi, because I wanted to keep Lamin Seydi in the squad for some reason other than like for the Chan team purpose. Actually, I wanted to keep that player, and of course last week we mentioned the Chan players for the defense and stuff like that. So that is another thing I want to discuss. The Chan team coach, we mentioned it last week, is Alhaji Sarr. The assistant coach of the national team is Alhaji Sarr. When Jonny was making that press conference, Alhaji Sarr was sitting there being praised, or like he was congratulated by one of the journalists about the progress of the Chan team. But it seems from the squad announcement, he does not have any impact in the squad that Jonny named. And then that begs the question, what type of assistant coach do we have at our at the national team level? Because I believe he should have tried to push for at least a player or two from his Chan team to be in the squad. He had one in the last two camps. Lamin Seydi was there, so he had one there. But why didn't he push this time? Che, I will ask you that question. Do you feel that Alhaji Sarr is having impact as an assistant coach on Jonny?
Cham wax dëgg na yàlla nag loolu moom mun ma see sori parce que xam what is happening behind the scenes, understand waaye comme yow ni nga ko waxee li nga gis from the surface bi, understand ngay loolu ngay njortam xam nga but anyway Cham daal mun ma see sori na nañ bàyyi
Okay, let me go to Seni then. Seni, do you think that we should have seen at least one or two players from the Chan team to be in the squad, especially given the problems we have in defense and then the importance of the Chan game coming in May?
Well, I believe coming to the selection today must fair. But again, no Chan team considering they've qualified to the next stage of the qualifiers. I believe there should have been at least one or two guys in there. So they did not have the opportunity to play, but at least for within the camp, they will get to learn new things, etc. Because they have to play, a crucial game. Game Boham is of high standard. You understand? So I believe, you don't have an opportunity for them. But again, selection today was fair, but the Chan team still has the opportunity, to correct the mistakes that happened, despite winning.
Okay. Man mo waxtiga ne yalla man mo yeah.
Chama seeni man nag wax would accept it. The selection is not fair. Man du may na wax boobu loolu man pour man su ma lay coach bi ko wax dama lay jàpp ne coach lu bañ a responsabilité nga coach bu leesi nga xam nga ma ne bañ that selection is not fair because dañuy jox options. They give you options. For example, tey ñu jëlaat 40 players ñu Senegal 25 nga select 25 yow yaa select 25 take responsibility 25 ñoo ma doy ma jël understand yéen 25 des understand xëy na lii ak lii moo tax waaye bul jël excuse ne selection Piao. It's very fair. What are you saying? Achao.
Well, I want it. No, understand that. Yeah, you have to take responsibility, definitely. If you make a selection, because at the end of the day, like I say, we have a lot of attacking options right now. So you're gonna disappoint someone. You're gonna disappoint somebody who is performing well. I can give an example. Adam Bojang has been performing well of late. Adam Sidibe has been performing well of late, but they are disappointed. The reason they are disappointed because they feel they are performing well. But again, if they look from the team and they look at the players they selected, maybe they can pick up one player and say, okay, I've been performing better than him or that. But again, what has that player done for the coach until the coach prefer that player to this player? So yeah, it's a responsibility thing from the coach's point of view, but at the end of the day, it's a thing where people will have different opinions. I think maybe putting it that way
Yeah.
is. But again, going back to the assistant coach, I think personally, um, I even at the press conferences, the assistant coach is usually there, sitting next to the coach, usually sitting next to the coach, but um the 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 information given to the journalist is usually you can only ask the coach the questions. You cannot ask the assistant coach any questions. Or but still, and again, I go back to journalists. The journalists. This is something which is very interesting. The the mode of asking their questions, the way of asking their questions, and then it's not like it can improve, it can get better. But also, let's not forget that this is new to Gambian football, where a coach will sit, give his press conference about his squad, and then journalists have the opportunity to interact and ask questions. It's relatively new to Gambian football compared to other places. So you can say the journalists, they don't have the experience of doing this kind of gathering or this kind of press conferences. So they are still learning on the job about how to get the best out of the press conference and bring out all the relevant questions, bring out all the relevant information from the coach. Maybe that you can give them that excuse. But still, I still feel they can improve the way they ask their questions, because my indication from the last press conferences you must say that Gambia is most journalists, like some of them, they do prepare. Preparation is not the issue, but they are so set, they are so rigid. Rigid is the right word I think I should use. They are so rigid in the way they want to ask their questions. Because when you are talking about a press conference, squad announcement, you don't know what is coming. So if you make yourself rigid and say, this is my question to ask, then you might leave something very important along the way. So the best thing is to come with an open mind. Of course, have your questions, but try to come with an open mind, and then be flexible. If there is something more important than what you bring emerges, then try to pick that one, and then try to prioritize what is the more important thing to ask the coach, not just what I came with. That was the problem I have with the journalists. And then Che came with a very good suggestion, I think, how they should go about this thing to help the journalists improve. Maybe they will not do that. That is to give the journalists maybe a 30 minutes before the press conference, everybody have the list of the players, and then maybe in that 30 minutes they can prepare for their questioning and stuff. Maybe, but again, this is not the role of the JFF to do that, or the team that is supposed to be interviewed to do that. You have to find your way. And this is what I love about English. I watch a lot of press conferences in England. This is what I like. They can ask you one question today, and then you don't answer it. They come another way to you and then ask you the question, because they want to bring out that information. And these are the things, this is the things that are lacking. But anyway, let me go to Che. Again, the journalists of the Gambia, Sports Journalists Association, and then the Gambian journalists. What did you make of the press conference? And from the point of view of journalism, we are not journalists, but we just feel it can improve.
Well, Chama, I think it's improving. Given the fact the new sport journalist association is next steps to Omar and his team. Understand? They are embarking on so many initiatives which are very important. Understand? But Eric, now to this regarding this issue of the press conference and the question that they asked the coach. One hour was my only community experience. They have a group. Understand? But what I feel is 30 minutes or 1 hour before press conference. Okay, the list should be sent in that group where all the job projects are there. Understand? Then so guys send this week. Then they will have time. Understand? For def research on players who are getting this week. Understand? I'm going because I'm sure that no time when they are coming, no time I'm not come go like I'm not question where I'm in mind for that. But sometimes based on after no more than at least munga improvise. Understand? So man then you at that time understand between 30 minutes to 1 hour grace period to get the side. Then so I put it kay ñu text because tell mo def moy at least da wara 3 questions nga tekko because xey na tay ñene lo ndé dal moy wara fi ñu jox dañ jé bëgg la rek ko ñu ci mbolo bu na ñu wone ciama la tera bo bo ñu la tew ñu a ciama lay dem la tew so lu wara lu moy amul sa question li ñu nga ñu ci benn question c'est ñu laaj c'est ñu la ci deuxième question so légui yow prepare pour beneen question léegi c'est question mu laaj léegi yow nga ñëwaat la ci deuxième question xamoon sax mo wéri dafa leen dal
so happen na this time the same question la ci ko ñaari yoon
exactly so li nga def mooy amul 3 questions yow nga laajte xëy na su séeréer waxee benn bi caama benn bu des ak yow mu nga koo laajte understand but comme rek la it's all about learning because most of our journalists caama in reality they lack capacity dama kay baral understand most of them they lack capacity xam nga but they are learning I believe that with Omar and his team in the have nañ mën a improve lu bare bare but they need to improve themselves. Comme ñu nañu as coaches, learning from other coaches, certain press conference, understand, going to the site, doing courses online. No, because right now, lately you don't need full time school, full time course to mën a xam yéen comme tey ci man maa yow li nga def nii ñu ko jàng ko fen toog benn classe jàng ko understand it's just like seeing people doing things I'm going to try to copy, bring our own stuff. Just be innovative, be creative, understand, and make sure that, and most importantly, just be professional. Just be professional. More than important. So I think they will learn. Because I've seen massive improvement. So I believe things that are changing, inshallah. But the communication department with the federation, we need to tell them this.
Yeah. I mentioned it to Omar, so maybe they will work on it and. Hopefully they will, it will help them for a better. But they are new to this thing, so experience. They are not very well experienced when it comes to press conferences. So hopefully as we go along, just like football, we more improve that side of the football, the journalism side. Whatever, all the aspects will improve. You them together. So saying yo about the players who are missing. Somebody already asked this question in the comments. I don't know why they didn't invite Abdullah Mane and Haruna. Haruna, I believe, is Haruna Rashid Njai. For the Haruna Rashid Njai one, I will just say he is injured, right? So this one, I'm going back to our generally those who are active in social media and that are trying to inform the general public, for example, Jollof Football, Bantaba, and any other platform out there that is trying to inform the general public about. It is good sometimes to ask these questions: why they did not invite this player, why they did not invite that player. But with the position I am in, personally, I will not just say why they didn't invite this player. I want to know first and foremost what happened to this player. Is this player playing? Is this player available? Is this player injured? That is the first thing I will do. Personally, and then if I get the information, then I will post, oh, this player has been doing really well, or that, then he is not selected in the national team. Like, what is your take on that? But without the prior information, and then you just like the squad is out, okay, they did not pick out Haruna Rasinja. Why I did not pick Haruna Rasinja? And then it infuses everybody's mind. Many people, because not everybody have the time to go and check what is going on. So there is small group who will do it, and then try to disseminate the information. That is what we do here. We can disseminate as much as we can. Not everything we can do, but we can do as much as we can, and then others will do the same thing similarly. So that is just an advice I would say to all the platforms out there that try to inform the general public about our football, because that is what we are what we are doing right now. But regarding the players are not invited, Abdoulaye Cisse, for example, not Abdoulaye Cisse, Abdoulaye Mane, he's doing really well at MLB. He's a really good player. But I mentioned that we have a lot of options in the attacking options. And like anybody, any player you look at there, he's having a very good season. Abdoulaye Mane had a wonderful season last season. He has started well this year. Player like Adama Bojang, I mentioned him earlier. Adama Sidibe, I mentioned him earlier. So there are some players who are doing well and they are not in the squad. So, what's your take on these players, Adama Bojang, Abdoulaye Mane? If you want, you can also talk about Haruna Rashid Njai. Those players, Adama Sidibe. What is your take, Sini?
Well, again, with the attackers we have, you can see from the list that these players are really having a good season. And for the case of Adama Bojang and co, I believe these are young players. They have a long way to go with the Gambian national team. Next 10, 15 years, these players, will still have the opportunity to play for the Scorpions. So, I mean, right now, the focus has to be on these two matches we have. So I'm sure when they keep doing well with their clubs, without a doubt, the coach will give it an opportunity, because he has, shown to us that when you perform and when you're a young player, you're doing well, you'll surely have the opportunity, to come to the national team.
Yeah, definitely. Che, especially when in the case of Adama Bojang and Abdoulaye Cisse. Of course, if you look at the last month, Adama was doing well. These are the futures. These two players are the futures of Gambian football. And personally, last week when we selected our own squad here, I think I went with 4. So it made it easy for me to go with both of them, because for different reasons to go with both of them. Abdoulaye Cisse for what he's done for the coach, and Adama Bojang for the form he has been in of late. But now the coach went with 3 strikers, like you and Buba decided to go with last week. If I remember well, I think you went with the same thing that the coach go with, Abdoulaye Cisse, Ali Sow, and Alassane Jatta. That was the 3 you went with. So, but what can you say to those out there saying that Adama is in better form than Abdoulaye Cisse, because Abdoulaye Cisse is not playing is not playing since he moved to Germany Bundesliga? What can you say about that?
But dafa ñëwaat si li ma doon wax rek, understand ku nekk ak son opinion la, ku nekk ak ni nga gisee things la. Understand? I don't really call me the final decision, because I believe in the moment assessment of the party. Understand? Look at the important way. They are performing. That's the most important thing. And they are also Gambians. The national team it belongs to every Gambian. Every Gambian wants to play. Understand? Even play no answer. Understand? You are entitled to look all the national team. For example, for example, Senegal right now, they've started a player from League 2 in Senegal. They are leading for League 9 goals scored, 7 contributions Senegal. Select Nico, national team, part of Select Nico. Understand? So, I'm not new show, but Senegal's public, they could all appreciate. They could over appreciate. Understand? Little more football. Understand? Because given that giving him that opportunity already, Koko, I'm not eagle eye come right now. I'm not go by him. Understand? So because Senegal is not team, so automatically that player don't be surprised to see BJ one contract in Europe. Easily. Understand? They go expose. So that's reason like let's celebrate. Not celebrate, but not understand? There's nothing like wrong or right. Come look at some in football, everything is nonsense. Understand? But let's remove the non and take the sense out of it. So people are right. Then focus on the national on Gambia rather than individuals on low lines.
That rather than individuals. Definitely, definitely. Before I said something about that, Sahman. It is sometimes coach, because trust is very important in football. Xam nga, coach like na joxe dara, like you value him more. So I know there was a lot of talk about Abdoulaye Dakalade, Omar Gueye, ak Aliou Jata, who was doing really well as well. But because coach B, the people knew first two games, the Omar Gueye like Omar Gueye jox ko something, lu ko yen joxut ci left bagam bi. First two games, two assists, and then he win man of the match in one of the games. So coach B still have that in his memory. But Omar Gueye ñake club, he ignored him, he forget about him. But immediately Omar Gueye man na club, fale out ban level la nekk di play. But because xam na ne kii nii I have a trust in this player that may deliver su ma ko jëlee moo tax it was easy for him to call Omar Gueye. Understand? Aliou Jata amul that living. Understand? Ba pare nga ñëw si the same similar to Adama and Abdoulaye Cissé. That is what I would say. Abdoulaye Cissé last game bi, he got his first start in the Gambia against Tunisia. That was his first start. He delivered. He scored for the coach. He came on as cameo appearance against Comoros, and then he had a decent cameo in that game. Adam, at the time he was coming, he was not in the best of form. Play on a cameo appearance against Gabon. Gambia lost that game. Not so much impact. So in the coach's head, Abdoulaye Cissé have a bigger weight than Adam Abojang in the coach's head. That is the reality. But the same thing I would say, if the Gambia national team was coached by Abdoulaye Bojang as the national team coach, like hypothetically, like if he was the case, Adam Abojang, despite I'm not informed, he will know that this player, I trust him. He will always give me something because what he gave him in the under-20s and stuff like that. So this thing also plays in the mind of coaches. That's why. And if you look at Abdoulaye Cissé, he moved to Bundesliga. I use this example too. If he stayed in Estonia as a player, he will still be banging goals, scoring goals for fun. Still now, he will be doing it this season. That is, I think anybody can predict that. The Fane can score in Estonia. But he take a step up, move to a better league. So obviously, it will take time for him to adapt to that league and other things like the club he went to, they are fighting for relegation. So you don't expect a team fighting for relegation to be thinking about integrating a player. They don't know what it's going to give them. So it's going to be difficult for that club as well. So there's an adaptation period for him there. But because the coach has trust in him, he think because he's training, he's playing minutes here and there, even though he's not scoring, I still have that trust in this player. And this stuff they place in mind the coaches. Yep. I'm not trying to defend the coach's decision on that, but just I'm trying to explain why he make this kind of decision for the people, who are saying, okay, Adama is is in good form. Adama until recently, he's been in top form. We all know Adama Bojang is a top player, but the coach don't know that as much as us because we have followed him since Bumoneka, the GFF League B, the score goals, you them see under 20 be the score. So coach B was not there at that time, even though he might hear about those things, know about those information, but he was not there. He was not feeling it as like we are or like Bojang is feeling it. I just wanted to add that for people who are asking that question. Somebody said Mahdi Kamara. I think coach answered that Mahdi Kamara question. Mahdi is not ready to come to play for Gambia. So we can, put a break on Mahdi for now about that. So anyways, let's move on to the under 17. Under 17, I think we spend a lot on the national team, but rightly so, because usually when the national team is out, we have a lot to talk about, right? So now let's move on to the under 17, Gambia under 17. They will be, the tournament is supposed to start at the end of this month. That is the under 17 AFCON. And they are, they are preparing now. At least everybody's seeing they are preparing. This week they had a friendly game against Gambino's Academy, which was a good thing to see. I would say it was a good thing to see the under 17 play in the Gambino's Academy. Under 17 it starts in a couple of weeks, less than a couple of weeks, right? Yeah. So how far do you think we have gone in terms of preparation?
Yeah, Chama, to be honest, I've not been to that training ground, but my feedbacks from technical staff, not in the team, not technical staff in the team, but coaches from the coaches house. because also ñu ngi wax about the quality that they've seen xam nga ne xale yi they can go far understand nga they've improved a lot because lu gën a important xale yi moo lañ am mooy the basics of football xam nga because most of these kids they are all from academies understand nga te soo bàyyi xel loolu nekkul lu ma surprise because soo bàyyi xel seen performance yi during the last AFCON waafu bi understand nga that shows ne there is potential in them xam nga the only problem we have mooy preparation bi this time around they've had an early preparation understand it might not be the quality that we want them to have come to play at big nations or things like that understand but with Gambinos academy you have Gambinos how difficult it is to play in their ground understand for some of them I3 4 5 very easily the fact that we're doing for 3-2 I think it speaks volume but yet still man I believe they even need bigger tests on full man students man because there is this youth league going on understand mun 4 teams yooyu noonu nekk si youth league bi ñu nekk si semi-final si ñu play ak ay tam test games daf leen a dimbale rek pour gars yi prepare seen boppam because bëggoon nañu play ak top teams yi understand but that might not be wise because of the physicality of the second division ak fourth division players yi loolu mun naa indi problème but with the youth league bu nekk di go on understand I think mën nañoo am teams foofu noonu test games yeah but I think
definitely continue
but I think so far so good daal si lu ma leen digga daal from the outside I think they are doing
yeah ma ne ko suñu gars yi Instagram yaa ngi complain ñoom naka la support Cissé mu ne na do I look at the chat? Yes, I do look at the chat, but I have 2 screens and Instagram unfortunately I don't get these charts on the stream yet. I have to look at Instagram. So, but at least I think you are talking about Abdullah Cissé. I think I spent a lot of time talking about Abdullah Cissé and what I thought on that. I think I answered your question even without reading your question before answering that. So, I'm not seeing all the comments on Instagram because I have 2 screens to work with, but I'm occasionally checking the screen. So if I see something interesting, I will also bring it up so that we can discuss it as well. Yeah, the Jagal si guy Instagram. Yeah, Seni. Maneko so bu ma gisee stay Dakar Gambino seen page bi you look at the pictures, they were beautiful stuff, man. They are beautiful. The facility is good, I'm not the under 20 ñoo leen invite pour friendly game, but then we went to Gambino's academy and then we had to play the game there. I know that's not important, that's not the issue here, but if you look at the setup, look at the surrounding, how beautiful it is. And then, we cannot have anything as a national team to show for something like that, because if we invite Gambinos for a friendly, I think they should be coming to our pitches and then play with them. But we know they have the better facilities. That's why they went to Gambinos. Something to learn from, though. But from your take, you are very important. Under 17 is very important to you. I'm sure you are looking forward to the under 17 competition keenly. So, right now, what is your take on the under 17 preparation, and how far do you think we can go in the competition?
Chama, so I can say that we're back after 14 years. Last time you qualified was in 2011. And I believe it's very important because this is base. Because at the end of the day, base strong. Then the rest was easier. And what I can say is see that the boys are having a test, because at the end of the day, we have to put a policy in place that yes, the 2030 or 2034 World Cup, the Gambia wants to be there. So I believe we have to start that now. And I believe the boys getting to competition will give us opportunity so that prepare guy next stage, because transition is important, Chama. Because I remember the last time we had transition was in 2005. But again, we need to have that in place, because from the under 20, under 23 to the national team, this is the future for this is simply future of football. Really important. We are back there, and I think the Nyamsi competition will be bonus for it. But I believe that with qualifying to the World Cup since Ghana could increase and like a yearly tamit will surely boast. And as well, let these boys go out, when it comes to this competition, and the scouts and agents will come in and will help them develop our football as well. So I believe qualifying to this kind of competitions didn't help a lot. So I believe that this is the future for football, and I believe we have to put more concentration to this than even the Gambian national team. But again, I'm quite happy that we are back to the under 17 AFCON. I'm sure they will do.
Yeah, since 2011, right? That's what you mentioned, right? Yeah, that's a long time we have not been participating in under 17 competition. And if memory serves well, we all know, of course, Gambian football has been going on for a long time. But to the world stage, under 17 was how we announce ourselves to the world stage that Gambia is also a football nation. So this is a competition that we should be taking with utmost, importance every single time it comes along the way. And like you say, rightly so, the World Cup is really, really up for grabs with the increased numbers. So I think that should be the objective going into the AFCON. If you secure that, then maybe you can think about other objectives, but at least make sure you secure that World Cup spot. Okay, looking back at the WAFU team, the under 17 WAFU team, I think the key player there, there were some few key players, but if you have to pick one, it has to be Francis, the one who signed for AC Horsens recently. I think he signed a youth contract. For they signed a contract, but because he's a minor, so he cannot sign a contract there. But yeah, so and as it stands, he was not gonna I think he's not gonna be part of this team. So he's gonna be a major miss. But you are telling me that there are some players that are the players, they are very good and stuff like that. Of course, it's a youth football. It's under 17, and we have tons of talents in the Gambia. Players can always step up. But how huge a miss do you think Francis can be to this team?
Okay, Chama, I think it will be a big miss. Understand that? Not only for the national team, but also for him. Pullman, just in my mind. His representatives, Pullman, they have a yakanti. Francis made his assignment. Pullman, them not trials. Think about them trials. Understand? The fact that Gabriel you play at this place have come. And you want to buy new art. Understand? Because that's a bigger platform. Understand? Like it is when you perform the AFCON. Understand? United, Liverpool, Chelsea, all these top European teams. I'm interested more. It's a big opportunity for them, for him, and also for his representatives. But right now, that doesn't be the case. He's not going to come and compete. Understand? So, ultimate, like to me, man, dafa teel a 5%. Definitely. xam naa nag ñoom seen dañ ma mere. Understand? seen duñ ma mere. Understand? damaa just wax rek business project ak place tamit best interessant pour man laa man xaw ma nag I might be wrong, but man solo man la may represent play bi dama wax gars yi ne ñu na try ngeen ko ok baax na so nañ xaaral ba mu toll 18. Understand? ñu doog a sign professional contract ñu doog a sign contract as far as ñu doon 18 mu sign benn pre-contract ama bàyyi mu ñëwaat players AFCON because already the experience mu am in Turkey am ko tamit biir how to call it biir Norway sorry biir Denmark su ko indee understand ak training am su ko indee dafa nekk beneen level so su ñëwee si under 17 AFCON bi dafa gën a perform te man am na li ma ko wax moom su am na li ma ko advice parce que suma ndoo la dañ dee waxtaan time to time understand am na lu mu ko te mu doon waxoon te gëm naa ne loolu improve si moom understand. So yeah, pour man daal is a big miss for the nation, but it's a bigger miss for him and his representatives.
Yeah. But yeah, it means there should be an opportunity for somebody else to step up. Watching from the WAFU team, I know it's quite a long way, and then the WAFU was a long time ago. Do you think they have a replacement for his kind of quality?
No, you're not difficult, Chama.
Mhm.
Not difficult because Soba and Wafu Timbi, they only had 11, 12 players.
Yeah.
They only had 12 players because we were ready for the right. You never do it. You goalkeepers. Understand? So your so Santo in the Malingan Mola. Understand? Kuisa, the same thing now. Many of them, they don't know the team, but in general, they have 12 players. And Francis was one of the, well, if not the best players in team. So losing him, understand? Not difficult to replace go. Understand? But at the end of the day, this time they have time. They brought new players. But Chama is a big loss for him.
It's a big loss for him. No, I agree. I would have loved to see him in this team, and I think it will have make him. It will only have improved he or increase his chances of making a better club. Look at your club, Manchester United. Didn't that kid from the under 17 or under 20, Malian, made his debut for United directly from Mali to so those options they are there, and more than ever now players can make that step up from from the Gambia and then straight go to a top league. Adam Oboja Bumo Gina Gambia. Follow them straight to the top 5 leagues in the world, France. So it is a possibility.
Oh,
Yeah. CS any?
yes, I don't know why, but I wonder why Gambino send players you book into this team.
Yeah, that's another question, right? Because they have the best academy in the country. They are trying to attract the best young talents in the country. They are doing trials every now and then picking the best talents. So I think as Gambians, they should have been considered. I don't know the squad. We don't know the squad yet, right? I think in the last under 17 there wasn't a player from the Gambinos Academy, right? No, I
Yeah,
Um,
think there was a name.
which
Chama,
one help?
Franco Ball, why seems more Jumut. So say
Mhm,
last time you guys went for the players because for Tom they go inside, don't them not them buy.
mhm,
That trip in Germany.
mhm,
Small Jumut for na low motor. They go same place but for a nigga. Understand? Because man young and the same if you got the call. Man a JFF, they will recall with Campinos and Medina
mhm.
Academy. Understand? Because right now these two academies are one of the best academies in the country right now. Understand? The technical development committee of the federation should work with them. Understand? Well, I mean, they have the facilities. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to say three players are selected according to
Mhm.
Caminos. So I think
Okay.
I don't know going back to Warek. The made in at Caminos, they have the facilities. So I think GFF can work with them. Understand? And so how you scout and you do for I'm this partnership with other academies. Man, I don't believe that.
Yes, yes. Kiang Yola about Bakari Jata. That was his squad. Bakari is currently injured, actually, so he's not available. But I think he's also not ready for the Gambian national team for his own personal reasons. So we cannot get into that. Sawaji new boy baka suba waji nuyu nala. Sai tablu wahi. We Gambians should let the national team go do his job. The simple fact is we have pool of players to choose from. All the players can be invited. Yeah, that's absolutely right. Nix. Yeah, Nix tam namanenko. Jërëjëf Nix. Simon a good cheating cost Gambia qualifier on the 17 for the past. Definitely it's an issue for the country and something that we should address like at least for the future. Let's move on to the GFF League. Suñu waa ji nekk fi nag borom ligue bi nekk fi tey de so dina métti de waaye ceebu fi seeni mu fi yéen ñëpp yéen a ngi si saf ma ne ko first division bi is getting quite interesting, every week foog ñu mention leen Hearts they continue to impress. This time they beat the defending champions, Real de Banjul, um, in Jara Soma, and now close the gap on Real to just 1 point between them at midway stage of the season. Che, Hearts FC, can make a big surprise this season, in the league. I mean, at the final standing of the league, with the way they are going, I know they might lose a player, the most very important player in their squad because that's what is being rumored now. But how impressive have they been this season?
Chama, man, sustain me, I'm going to withdraw. They
Mm,
might. They have already. Not they
mhm,
might. They have already. Already, definitely surprised. Understand that? I think Chama has a playing league. Man, full
mhm,
man. They are playing league. League the way you should play a league. Whereby, if you come home, you take maximum points. If you go away, go even to have a draw, you are okay. That's their biggest secret. Since last season for our first round, second division, they played 13 games at home. They
mhm,
won 11, draw one, and lose one. Last season, the second division. For now, Nicolas scores for him.
mhm,
This season, they are following the same trend. But for this season, in some way, grounds like Birkama, so guy,
mhm,
understand? So, and even at the goal project, they've beaten Team Runner 4 goals to 2. You understand? So they are making best use of the grounds because they are used to playing in those inside ground, artificial top ground. So all over Fanega. Understand? Yeah, I think Chama they are a team. Somewhere they are a team way, the collective is there. Because Chama most of my team will have project number, especially using level. I'm lot that huge project come like the Real de Banjul other teams. You know, they will replace every year. So they play for pride. They play for each other because like ñoom same team la they give their all. Understand? Because they're a boy guy dañoo underrate or dañoo jàppee kaw it plays in their mind. Understand?
mhm,
So su ñu def benn dañoo def 10. Understand? The Real bañ ñoo ñëw. They are the champions. They are the biggest team currently in the team in the league in the country. Understand? So like yeah, nit ñi dañoo def fu nekk seen nit ñi dañoo dugg fu nekk ñu dem place dafay motivate. So like if you are playing against Hart, has every game guy play is a motivation. Mooy loolu tamit is probably their biggest reward. They always approach games as underdogs. They always approach games as underdogs. So that was the secret time with Leicester Amon when they were in the league. Understand? You can see they will attack together, they will defend together. So I think they are doing a good job alongside with their president. I'm giving the little he has. He's a teacher and also he's working for QTV. I think they are doing well. They are doing well.
They are doing really well. And this is the league table at the middle, at the midway stage of the season. Of course, there are, I think, a few teams that have to play. I think BST they have one game in hand in there, but Hearts you have Real 30 points, Hearts 29 points, with Karma United 26, Hawks 26. Hawks surprise a guy. They are surprising you. They are the top there.
Mhm.
Then Fortune fifth in 25, and then you have Biko 21. ñoom seeni amay si waat seeni si biir. Uh, yeah. Seeni, do you want to add anything about Hearts?
Yeah,
What's
Hearts.
going on there?
Well, Hearts, from the start of the season, really, they've been great. I remember, guy, one in the month,
Mhm,
from a dubious, refereeing, but again, it's normal, and I can say they're on a good run, and little indicating football is played nationally, you understand, and I mean, the fact just this boy is the opportunity that Gambia truly has talent. So honestly, I'm happy for them, but the league is still young. We have the next phase to play. Hopefully, Steve Biko will do so well, and hopefully, we'll win the league. So yeah,
yeah,
but I'm happy.
it is. It's within 15 points. It's not 9 points. It's not the biggest gap. So it is still within reach for you guys. If you guys can find a goal scorer, yeah,
Yeah,
you guys have lost Adama, Lamin Silla, and
let me
now
see.
there was hope that that kid, I forget his name, who started the season scoring goals,
Sama, Ibu
would have,
Sama, Ibu Sama.
yeah, it was how was gonna take up, but it has not been the case.
Sorry, say the Ibu
Go
Sama,
ahead.
Toma pa Ibu. You saw some.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Kokenele, yeah. Sama.
Sama. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Moblo.
so what happened with the goals? I asked you off air at Vico. City lost now. Okay. Che, how about the second division? What can you tell us about the second division?
Marathon bi ma ne ko woowee marathon bi mu ngi tight ma ko mu ngi tight
Okay.
every week team baa ngi change understand nga yeah teams are right now xam nga comme nga second division moom saa ngi métti draw yaa ngi war a bëri nag draw yaa ngi war a bëri xam nga because comme nga ko waxee daanaka ñëpp ñu ngi xeeb yaram bi understand nga ba pare doole yi konte woon fa doole bu baax a baax waaye the top teams tamit ñu ngi make a big leap which is Ports Elite understand nga while daan tamit ñu ngoon si form but keroog dañu lose seen last game bi so yeah Medina tamit ñoom tamit still naa ñu ngi fa soo ko tamit soxla nañ seen first defeat understand nga soxla nañ seen first defeat because ñoom ñëpp xam nañu léegi at bi la gaay yëg but they've been doing well they are winning comme lu xaas doon def la gaay nekk def soo ñëwee soo kono gaay dóor la su gaay ñëwee awee gaay trop understand nga kon fa ñu ne keroog against Elite dañ leen mujjee win so as you can see the table Elite ñoo ne ko top for second ne ma Medina
Yeah.
am soo kono am Talending am Walidan understand
Yeah,
police
it's very tight. Look at the top four. They are separated by 1 point. Top three teams are level on points, 27, 27, 27. And then you have Samga on 26 points. Then you have Suokono on 23. Suokono and Arresta Linding on 23. Yeah, it's quite
ba pare
tight.
soo xoolee ñu ne fu ñu nekk 12 position ba si top bi it's just 10
Wow.
points
It's just 10 points. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Unique
so
at 12.
yeah so bàyyil teams from 12 understand mun nañoo dem because right now there's not 20 games pour soccer pour league for some 3 games there's another extra 17 games so 20 games more test so league second division moom kula woon ni la fa demee right now mu laa ndax wala post ñu starté léegi ñu ngi nii second understand
Second.
so yeah
Wow. It's
still
interesting. It's interesting up there. Yeah. But anyway, you wrap up you them see foreign based players. They are not so much prepared for the foreign based players. And my Buba is not around for Dolem la moment. But anything interesting happened this weekend? As far as foreign players are I could not even watch the Brighton game yesterday. So that's how much I've been busy over the weekend, especially Saturday.
but Brighton Sarnasen might be. It was a nice game. It was a nice game. Understand? Maybe they didn't have the best of his game. Or not scoring, but different rate of fake. Understand? Then they ball is a good ball. Different stretch, want to stretch. So you miss goal. Understand? And though would have saw guy because he was playing the same way he play against Chelsea. Understand? And Doug was harmful to him. Almost like yeah, after in 2 minutes, the home get draw. But he had a decent game. Wow. Francis Gomez of Everton, they were playing in 90 minutes against Arsenal. Waki Demba against Arsenal on 21. Understand? Because since we knew so have what of late last game was start. Understand? We game for the last game of it, start. 90 minutes. We are in the number 10 jersey. So that's it. That means there's a progress there in him. Because football will never process that. So hopefully before seeing me, then make Bopam the seventh place in the team be or then we book at see Saint Prissy team be Everton senior team junior Prissy. Yeah, well going next game same you still be SB, but I present next game be understand that. I believe that didn't start. Samba Jawnet he's back. We've seen him back kicking goals, scoring goals as he always do. In Portugal, Benfica send Fida Club because the Fayaga guy for 2 years now struggle with his knee. More on rehab. So basically if never knew now, played 7 games. I'm not 7 goals with 3 assists. So Lulum is welcome in Hamburg. Ak ñeneen nga wax rek ana ñoom Moussa Balo xam nga ñeneen they are playing this weekend. Itam bu yàggoon mu ngi maa ngi gis moo tax mu doon play Adam Boya play na 1 hour. Yeah, waaye loolu moo sa doy la xam naa Tuesday wala ëllëg Monday nga defar sa mbir record leen ak
Yeah, inshallah. It's been 2 weeks since I recorded that, but this week I would surely do it. But I'm going to look at page 4B. They said what has been going on. Somebody like Bomoru Sedi what is his name again? Jolo Football Bantaba Space TV Player of the season last year. I'm gonna complete the move on to RFS club. Club be made go official this week. And that kid Yaya Bojang at Odense, he made his debut finally in Odense first team in the second division. James was missing in that game, and then Yusuf Asanyang, who of course have played for Senegal youth teams, but of course he's Gambian. He got a couple of assists this weekend. Derby County, their fight for relegation is, he's hotting up 3 wins in a row. Ibo Adams is now the captain of the team since the new coach came in. He has led them to 3 wins. Mamadou Bayo also put in a decent performance for his club last time. Yeah, and the other one is this one. Let's discuss this one. Fansu Diba, Hart FC. This is blend of foreign base and the GFF league. There has been a lot of talk about Fansu Diba because of the form he has been in the GFF league. I think he's the leading goal scorer right now in the first division. Let me bring back Sene. I think he's back. First division, he has already 7 goals, I think. And 3 assists in the GFF first division. There were talks of him, clubs in the United States wanting to sign him, and he has just recently signed with Modustic, that is BI, BI's agency. Now BI is going to represent the player. What I was hearing was that his uncle did not want him to go to the US, and that there was a pull on that. I don't know the full story of that, but those are the things you were hearing. And I think I've actually posted that, saying that there is he has got an offer in US, but they don't want him to sign that offer. And then all of a sudden yesterday we heard the BI side. BI was in Jarasoma last time watching him as well. So that's an interesting one there, Fansu. What is going on there, Jay?
Well, Chama, man tamit mo gisee news ne dafa dem America, man personally man tamit nekkul duma ginal. Duma ne nit lu bon la wala baaxute, but nekkul duma ginal. Because the talent in him, understand? I don't think America is a place for him. You want to have them. Although I'm not America, the premiership, come young America, Newcastle, this Gomez, nega Brighton, Inter Miami, Brighton, understand? But the chances are very slim. So when I prefer them, even in tourist Scandinavia in Europe, like them coming to them there, I'm got. You full of women. But in America, more definitely, I don't think it's one prefer players to start. I don't data with football with Nyare Mirla. Then you most of the time feel land league. So the opportunity comes once in a lifetime, most of the time. So you got to give you a good offer. They will look at the rest would be understand. You for them. I'm going to be channel to me. They have get I'm making more of a next way to the Unal Timo Moko. So let him do what he feels the best for him. But I believe that will be available. BI will always make the best decision for him.
Yeah, definitely. But Seni, how good is the player? Yeah, there's a lot of talk. I think for the last 2 seasons, especially when he was in the second division, he was the talisman for the team. But you're playing at home, I think. Biko Akinono, like maybe you have watched him, you have seen him. What did you see?
Well, he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm sorry that he's really good with the ball. He's really good with the ball against guys. He really gave us a difficult time. He really gave us a difficult time. And nobody wonder why wasn't he included in the Chan team as well. But he's a great player. He's a great player, and he has all what it takes to get to the highest level. So you can wish all the best of luck. But he's a good kid.
Yeah. I saw your comment about Ablai. I think we mentioned that earlier. Irajang replaced him. He is injured. We already discussed that earlier in the show. Maybe you missed that part. Yeah, that is true. It's a blow. Ablai, I feel sorry for Ablai, to be honest. I think he's been struggling with injuries very, of late in his career. Since with the national team almost every time, and we know he's a one fantastic player. Hopefully, like we just wishing him all the best on his recovery. On that, I don't know what's the nature of the injury because he played 90 minutes yesterday, so maybe it's an injury that they feel he cannot go for the national team, but he can play for the club. Those kind of injuries. Because I think the last time I saw him play, the last time he scored that goal, he was tying his knee, so there might be an issue. Because man, somebody say player, see, professional level, nga taka sa umi right now, like, dama dey feel that because it's not normal for a player to tie his knee and play. Because if you have any indication that you are injured, the club would rather not play you. So seeing him tying his knee is not a good sign, in my opinion. Yeah, but guys, I think it was a wonderful, wonderful show today. Lal nañ ci lu bare bare bare. It's good to have Sini back on here. Yeah, Sini, do you have any final words before ma jox ci mu wrap up affaire ci ñu close? Sini.
Yeah, Cham, I'm happy to be back. Come earlier on, like chair as well, So again, discussion has been interesting, and well, I look forward to more of this. So content na to ak ñoo xam ne they took their time ak ñoo xam ne tamit dañoo seetaan as well that let's keep supporting, and I'm surely Gambian football will get better.
Definitely. Che?
Chama di jaajëfal rek suñu audience waatam di leen waxtaan tey am na solo laal nañ fu bari di ñaanal boy si good luck ci match bi ñëw against Kenya ak Ivory Coast di ñaanal tamit Gambia bi very good champion yeeg xam nga kañ waa kañ ku daay ak yooyu yëpp naka ni moom abesi moom naka mu leen léegi mu jeex xam nga ñun moom bàyyi ko naa ñun dañ min or ñu tawee it will definitely give us inshallah.
Wow. Loolu la suma gars yi suma caméra bi batterie baa ngee jeex nii moo tax ma ne xam ma raba ko but jërë ngeen jëf guys for joining us on the Instagram, YouTube and on Facebook for following the program. If you enjoy it, please don't forget to like the video, and also if you have not subscribed to any of our platform or following us on the other platforms, please make sure you do so. Cham, it's Liverpool time. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Liverpool. That's another thing too. But yeah, jërëjëf Nix. Che Sini yéen bii déggoo de waa ñu seet bi beneen yoon jërë ngeen jëf guys.